I get the feeling that Mr. Boogyman here likes to play on this map. Though to be fair, a few of the games have been on the Redux version, not the default version. But I keep seeing him on this blooming map. Today he's going to be facing off against Jones and the Tech Marine. Honestly, feels like it's been a long time since I've seen the Tech Marine, but this is a little bit weird. He is going for a double scout opening, not tax. Okay, he is going for tax. He's getting the tax later. Weird. I believe, though I'm not certain on this, and I'd love it if someone could confirm in the comments down below. Inakura, are you listening? I believe that by going for the Tactical Marines third like this, and therefore the Tactical Marines being the unit that is responsible for you crossing the 30 pop threshold, means that you pay the upkeep on the Tactical Marines rather than the Scouts, which is of course really bad because the Tactical Marines cost more than the Scouts. But I understand why he wants to do it that aside, because it's a big map and the Scouts of course move faster than the Tax. But I still don't think it's worth it, because Tax cap 50% faster. So who cares if the Scouts with their 6.5 speed, more than the 5 of the Tax, get there first, because the Tax still cap 50% quicker. Anyway, there was a bit of a hope there from Boogyman that he would find some isolated Scouts that he could bully, but he got way more than he could chew with his Sentinel there when he met the Tech Marine and the Tax. Gotta be careful, he's got the repairs coming down now onto the Sentinel, but there is pursuit by the Tech Marine. Looks like he'll probably force off the Guardsman instead, maybe not. Forces off the Scouts there, does Boogyman with his Lord Commissar, very threatening with that really powerful last pistol that he's got. Now the Sentinel can turn around, and basically they're all routed because the Tax can't do too much to the Commissar. Maybe the Tax will run into melee there and try and do something against the Guardsmen. Maybe try and kill a couple of them before they retreat, but honestly, yeah, just get out of there, it's not really worth it. And down here, Guardsmen force off Scouts because Scouts are terrible. If the Scouts have perfect green cover and the Guardsmen engage them out of cover for a bit before getting into cover, then the Scouts will win. But it shouldn't really happen given that Guardsmen have deployable cover. And the problem on this map is there is no green cover, really. I don't know, I feel like there's a couple of places. Yeah, there was a bit of green there. Where did that come from? Where did that green come from? There's tiny little bits. I can't even see it now. Did I just imagine that green? Am I like colourblind? What's going on? But I feel like the bits of green cover that there are get bashed, get destroyed. Man, I really can't find any right now. Oh well, there you go. Point proven there. There's not a lot of green cover. So it's a bad map for the Space Marines, basically, and a good map for IG. Since IG are all about range damage, maps with lots of cover, especially indestructible cover, aka tank traps, are really bad for IG. Whereas maps like this with not a lot of cover are great. So we've got the Mass-Crafted Bolter here on the Tech Marine. We've got a Devastator squad. And Boogeyman's going Cadishans first, which I don't like against a fast Devastator. You probably want Spotters first, because one Cadishan will not reliably counter this. If you have your Power Sword Commissar able to dash in using the ability, and then you've got a Stomp, and then you've got Cadishans, yeah, that will easily counter a Devastator. But it requires blobbing up all your primary assets together, and then if the Tax with a Flamer and the Tech Marine decide to go down the sidelines, you're going to be in trouble. And an overextension here, possibly from the Sentinel. Yeah, it's going down. Cracking rounds on the Tactical Marines there, making them do 20% more damage, is enough to take out the Sentinel before it can get back for repairs. Very, very slow there on the old Reliable from Boogeyman. Should have been tying up the TM straight away with the Lord Commissar and yeeting those Tacs with the old Reliable. And quite frankly, the Sentinel had no business extending as far ahead as it did. There was no need for that. You would win the firefight. You didn't need the Stomp. Right now, these Guardsmen getting kind of wrecked by the supporting fire of the crew of the Devastator here, as well as all these Scouts. They needed to run into melee. And he gets that old Reliable off, but I mean, they're just going to reset up, right? So not really anything to be achieved here. Pretty bad opening all around from Boogeyman. He's got a heavy weapons crew of his own coming out. Oh, it's right on the arc of fire here. Oh, that's bad. But I don't like the choice to go for a heavy weapons team. Oh wow, there's double sergeants coming in. Let's see, can he get some good grenades? Throws them both onto the heavy weapons squad. That was bad. There's no reason for that, Jones. Very, very lazy, Jones. Come on, Jones. Uses the smoke here from the Cadetians, which protects from suppression and reduces the incoming range damage to enable the Guardsmen and the Cadetians to get nice and close without being suppressed. And forces off that Devastator squad, but generally we're seeing a lot of oppression here from Jones. 2 gens up for Boogyman, full farm for Jones, and a pretty good eco for Jones too. Okay, huge amounts of investments here onto the Lord Commissar. Don't think the Tech Marine's going to get in here, no. No. Oh wow, is he going to lose him? Why did he try and melee there? That was, again, very unnecessary. Could have kept this Tech Marine in play. Just keep moving back, shoot. Oh, they're setting up, that's fine, I'll walk out. Oh, you're moving forward again, I'm going to shoot you again. And bleed these guys. Quite, I don't know. Obviously, he mistimed it. Obviously, he thought he could get into melee, but you didn't even have to make that play, is the point. There was no need for that. Strange. Aura of Discipline in Tier 1, quite interesting. You don't see it a lot. Has utility for sure. Can heal up the heavy weapons team right now, for example. Die last dude over here, the guy with the actual heavy weapon. So if all the guns are shooting at him, you can get really low on HP. Well, technically, you can get down to like 1 HP without losing a model. Because it's all distributed evenly. And that's good for Aura of Discipline, because it's a heal, right? You can't heal dead people. Again, we're seeing the grenades coming out into the same location. Why? Why is Jones doing that? Also, he's upgraded the scouts with double shotguns. That's really weird. Okay, now Jones is just throwing his lead. He could have got to tier 2 really quick, got an assault cannon dreadnought out. But now he's invested in double shotguns. That's bizarre.
Let's do it.
You don't really want the shotguns, because you're going to get wrecked by Cadetians up close. Oh, he killed one of the guardsmen. Wait. Did they just die in front of my eyes? What the hell just happened? What? How did they die? Okay. I don't even know what I was looking at. I don't understand. I thought he threw them on the same spot. He mustn't have. What the hell? Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys being able to go back. What was wrong with me? I do not know. I didn't see that. Anyway, both players are going to end up going tier 2 at a very similar time. In fact, it's Boogyman who's going to be doing a bit of gem bashing. He did replace the Lost Guardsman with another squad, which is going to go take this contested VP at the top. He's trying to stay in with his Commissar, his very tanky Commissar right now, thanks to this carapace armor. Gets the gen and needs to get out of there, but this is the reason why shotguns seem very, very questionable. Cadetians are just so much better. Like at trading, there's no way you're going to beat Cadetians. He's used both of his grenades and now he's got Cadetians in retreat to melee him down. Oh god. Maybe could have killed them in retreat with a focus fire from the Guardsmen and the Cadetians, but didn't even go for it. Heavy weapons team will be slightly in range there of the Devastator. Devastator focusing on the Guardsmen right now. We've got no flames coming, so... Oh wow, he's staying in again. Jones, stop running your Tech Marine into melee. Just shoot the heavy weapons team to death. Yeah, nearly achieves it there with the Tactical Marines. Will they kill it when they shoot? They do! Damn, boy. Commissar coming in a bit late there, trying to tie them up in melee with the Commissar Guardsman. He needed to just throw the Guardsman into melee earlier. Quite slow reactions from Boogyman here, and losing his heavy weapons team leaves him quite vulnerable to a vehicle play right now from Jones, since he doesn't have the heavy weapons team to get a last cannon, and he doesn't have the usual Sentinel to get a missile launcher. So actually, in this instance, a Razorback could be pretty good. But generally, you want a assault cannon dreadnought at some point. Plasma Cannon Devastators are going to be the first choice for Jones. Very, very conservative choice here. We've got Chimera instead for Le Boogyman. And he is going to load up his Guardsman inside that Chimera and push it down this side again. Presumably another Gen Bash. But he's got to be careful. Devastator's over here, setting up nice and close to this power node to take it out. They could grab a last cannon. Tech Marine, of course, can just pick up a melter gun. So much transitional AV. for the Space Marines. This is questionable though, because it's a very short range ability that's telegraphed and has quite a long wind up, so can be useful against melee walkers that want to walk right on top of your tech marine or walk right past him to tie up, for example, some tacs or devs. But against a fast moving vehicle like a transport that can attack you from ranged, it's going to be hard, man, to hit that with an Obs of the Omnissiah. It just drives backwards while shooting you. It's quite obvious with the Tech Marines running forward what he's going to do when he's got this war gear. I mean, you can see the icon above his head that he's got a grenade, so you just drive the Chimera backwards. It's quite easy to avoid. And a lot of pressure coming out here from Boogyman, taking out the farm again for Jones. Let's have a look at the guardsmen. Yeah, it's one of them. Okay, they're both Commissar guardsmen, no sergeants to reduce the upkeep. Doesn't really need the sergeants yet, because he's not really trading, to be honest. Double plasma guns as well. Well, 6 technically. 3 on each squad with the upgrade. Should probably be sending his Cadetians down this side, since he knows that he will be able to dominate any scouts that he encounters with those Cadetians. I don't think he needs the Cadetians in this fight right now. While he's got his heavy weapons team, he's using flares, he's got his guardsmen. He'll be fine. These guys should be side capping, because this is helping Jones stay in the game a lot right now. We've already got quite a large lead for the Boogeyman that is draining slowly, who is attempting to set up an IED and retreat here. It's very obvious and telegraphed, but if you can force these guys off before returning, you should be alright. There's a nasty little hit on the Chimera. We got both guardsmen heading over. Yep, both guardsmen are in the Chimera. It's just gonna... It's not gonna go on the IED, is it? Is it? It is. Yeah. If only they weren't suppressed, that might have been pretty nice. But suppressed by the high-powered shot. Would have been a pretty nice little hit from the plasma devs there. But they do retreat in time to the Cadetians. And the nice thing is the Commissar just forced off the P-Dev, which would have been a brilliant counter to this shielded heavy weapons team. Ooh, nasty grenade! Oh, shit! And that's what you get when you don't have your Sergeant and your Guardsman. Not as many models, not as spread out. Gets absolutely wrecked by a grenade there. Man. Infiltrated scouts, you see. That's rough. That's a big loss. They had Plasma Gun and Commissar. Of course, they will have had a little bit of XP too. So once again, the Boogeyman forced to replace that Guardsman squad with a fresh squad.
Sir, we're losing a victory point out there.
Oh, and there's a Dreadnought for Jones. Okay, well suddenly things are looking a hell of a lot better for Jones. That Dreadnought is getting its assault cannon upgrade. He's taking over this contested point with his tacs. Needs to get some proper AV though. I don't know why he went for the Orbs of the Omnissiah instead of the Melter Bomb. Sorry, instead of the Melter Gun. Can't get a Melter Bomb. They are of course exclusive to the ASM, which he doesn't have. Honestly, a Librarian right now would not be a terrible choice. Oh, just a las cannon. Yeah, just get a las cannon. Deal with this Chimera. Okay, nice defensive las cannon in the back lines there to dissuade the AC. It is slightly out of range. Yeah, so this thing can just turn around and burst down these guardsmen. So you're just going to brute force his way through. Very risky. You don't want to ever do that really against a Commissar, because they can execute the las cannon and then it will kill your Dreadnought in, what, 4 shots? Pretty spooky, but if you've got infiltrated grenade scouts moving up, then it's a bit more permissible. You could actually bait them in then, because they won't be able to retreat once set up. So that could be pretty brutal. Throws it a little bit early there. They could have technically moved before setting up, but Boogeyman was too slow to react. But that's a hell of a lot of focus fire. Potentially these scouts going down. Bad retreat path for them. They retreated a little bit too early. Yeah, they do get taken out by the Cadetian Devils in retreat. There wouldn't have been an IED, that one has already expired, it appears. And a bit of an AC barrage there from the AC Dreadnought, and that is going to be the Cadetians retreating. But it's going to be an Ogrin squad, and remember, we've already got the Aura of Discipline from Tier 1 as well as the Power Sword, so these Ogrins could be pretty scary. These of course are intended to rip apart the assault cannon dreadnought. They're super heavy infantry, so they take negligible damage from the piercing damage that comes out of the assault cannon, but also when you upgrade your assault cannon dreadnought from its default claws, it loses its melee resist. So the heavy melee of these guys will actually do pretty significant damage to this dreadnought variant. In addition to that, you've got the Aura of Discipline, which is a percentage based heal, which with the really big, heavily armoured HP pool of the Ogrins is quite a nice synergy. But you need to have your Lord Commissar near the Ogrins to achieve that, and he is going down right now. Devastators appear. Maybe keep these heavy bolter just to control the Ogrins. We'll see what the intention for them is. Perhaps it is the last cannon to deal with the Chimera. Chimera has been quite annoying, being used defensively right now. Ogrins not immune to suppression in spite of being big beefy boys. You might expect it, but they're not. So the Devastator shut them down quite well there. And then the threat of the assault cannon barrage scared them off. Boogyman's still bleeding the VPs of Jones, but overall behind quite a bit actually at this point.
The victory point is slipping away.
Nothing there to stop Jones capping this contested at the top. Nothing there to stop him taking back the natural. Really, either natural. Definitely helps that he lost one of the scouts. Well, helps Boogyman. Well, the map control situation here would be very difficult. Not good to have left this in Jones's hands for so long that it's plus 30, even though it's meant to be a natural for Boogie. Whoops, misclicked. Yeah. Wow, the wrecking gun for both of our players is super low right now.
Requisition point in visual range.
Damn. So he's got the last cannon devs up top alongside the P devs. Then he's got heavy bolters to deal with the Ogrins, and now he's got Stern Guard. If only he managed to snag that Chimera there with the last cannon first, might have been a kill with the 2 P dev shots. But it's going to be down to the infiltrated scouts. They're going to move up, try and decap this VP, but of course the Cadishans do detect. You can see that with the eye indicator. So they just have to walk forward when they see this triggering. They can detect these fools, they can yeet them off the point. Yeah, scouts just going to retreat, they don't want to bleed any models.
They may have us here, sir.
Message received, sir.
Roger, sir. Understood. Upgrading tech.
Scouting with a flare. Dropped it in the location that he last seen the P-Devs. But P-Devs are bugged. They don't actually get reduced range from flares for some reason. You can see they've got the red debuff circle, so they should have. But they don't. It doesn't affect them. Nice arc here. No, not so nice of an arc. I thought he was positioned more in a V like this. But he's facing through the mid. So the Chimera relatively easily disengages here and gets out of the arc of fire of the last cannon, and the AC Dread needs to get back. It's already snared by the last cannon of the heavy weapons team. They're probably going to get another shot in too. Oh, they do. Oh, now you got a melter gun on the Cadishans in addition to the Ogre in heavy melee. I'm not sure if Blessings of the Omnissiah is going to save them. Where's he going? Oh, he's running to the safety of the heavy bolter. Smart. Not sure why the heavy bolter was here, to be honest, but okay. Yeah, old reliable might be problematic, but here comes the barrage. Does it catch all the Ogrins? It catches 3 out of 4. Is that going to be enough? Ooh, nice P-Dev shot coming out of nowhere. Cadishans felt that one. Problem is you can't suppress both the Ogrins and the Guardsmen, and the Guardsmen now unload with their plasma guns. He was trying to swap out to the Bulgrins, but taking a lot of damage. I don't think Jones realises that he's swapping to the Bulgrins. He could have forced melee and nearly wiped that squad. But yeah, I didn't even realise that Boogyman was going tier 3. Well, this is a problem. Bulgrins are a huge problem right now. Everything is ranged, and Bulgrins have slightly higher HP than Ogrins in the first place. Well, actually quite significantly higher, about 33%. And in addition to that, they take 25% reduced range damage, so these guys are gonna be basically unkillable. I'm not sure how Jones is going to be able to kill them. There's only 46 VPs for Boogyman, mind you, versus the 188 slowly draining of Jones. He goes into Hellfire? That's not right. No. Need to load Vengeance rounds. Oh god, the P-Devs, I mean that hurt. That hurt them for sure. It's just the way of P-Devs. I'm not sure about the P-Dev choice for the first purchase in Tier 2. Seems a little left field, to say the least.
Strategic point spotted here.
Scouts will force off the last cannon heavy weapons team there, but it's not really, doesn't really do anything, does it? Because there's no more vehicles for Jones. So rotate over to the natural, I suppose. So 3-0 cap in favour of the Boogeyman. I don't know, I don't really see what he can do here. He's got these two P-Devs, but P-Devs are good at defending positions, not so good at attacking them. I mean, he does suppress the Ogrins there with the high-powered shot. Probably wanted to do that a little bit sooner, to then combo with the P-Devs, but it will hit them anyway. Good job they retreated, or they'd have got minced by those P-Devs. But of course, that's all they need to do. Granted, they need a lot of healing. They probably want to be near the Lord Commissar to get that healing. Same with those Kadashan Devils. Well, it looks like the Scouts got the decap, but Guardsmen are going to scare them away. And then they're going to run down here. Already getting decapped by the Tech Marine, but it's a Lehman Russ versus a Dreadnought, so what do you think is going to happen there? The game is definitely in Boogeyman's favour at this point. I'm not really sure what Jones can do to take these points. Lord Commissar kind of needs multiple units to deal with it, and all these sort of generic ranged units are kind of gone right now for Jones. He's just got so many setup teams. Not great against the Lord Commissar with his relative mobility. Another flare. Yeah. Flanking Chimera as well. Oh, he hit an orbs. Is that the first and last orbs of the game that actually landed? Doesn't matter, of course, with him being slayed there, and now Boogeyman can get onto all these points, and he should have it. I have not got a clue how Jones would ever defeat a Lehman Russ right now. There's no way, you know. No way. No freaking way. Yeah, good luck with your little melee Dreadnought. Indeed. I mean, the Scouts can infiltrate past and go for the contested, but you still need a 2-for-1. And P-Devs aren't going to do that much to the Lord Commissar there. If anything, they're just going to hit their own stern guards, so... yeah, it's over. It's over. There's no way. He might technically get this decap and elongate things ever so slightly. No, he needs to get a cap down here as well, and he won't in time. Yeah, GG. Interesting. I feel like Jones's composition was pretty poor. I mean, going double shotgun Sarge Scouts in Tier 1 against IG feels a bit ridiculous anyway. I feel like you need more impactful things sooner and earlier. But then in Tier 2, just spamming Devastators, no Librarian to be seen. Didn't use the first Assault Cannon Dreadnought particularly well. Quite difficult. Obviously, Boogeyman made a lot of mistakes as well. His Tier 1 was pretty bad all around, to be honest. He was kind of getting beaten. What did he lose? Did he lose Tier 2 Kadashans quite early? What can you do? But anyway, Hope you enjoyed that one, folks. That's going to be all from your boy Torpid this time. I am signing out.